All right. Welcome back to No Filter MMA. This is your boy BJ back with another video short, post-fight video short, guys. We got Jacqueline Cavalcanti versus Mayra Bueno Silva, guys. And I know Combo was just in heaven. Just imagine the way Combo sat back and watched this fight, y'all. This man was probably smiling ear to ear, not even saying a word while he was watching this fight. But I get it. Jacqueline Cavalcanti went out here and took full advantage of the lack of activity that we see from Mayra Bueno Silva. This is something that we've talked about over and over, guys. Fight after fight after fight after fight with Mayra Bueno Silva. It's just she gets in there and she gets frozen. Like she waits too much. She takes too many pictures. She doesn't go after it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like something is missing from Mayra Bueno Silva. Like, this is not flyweight Mayra Bueno Silva. You know what I'm saying? That went in there and finished Jillian Robertson. Like, this is not the same fighter. You know, I don't know what has changed with Mayra Bueno Silva. Maybe she's, you know, maybe Father Time is ticking a little bit faster than the rest of some of these girls. But Mayra Bueno Silva went there and she became a punching bag. You know what I'm saying? Jacqueline Cavalcanti right away, you know what I'm saying, just downloaded all that data that she needed, you know what I'm saying, figured out the range, you know what I'm saying, figured out the timing, gauged Mayra Bueno Silva, you know what I'm saying, just figured her out, man, and just started pumping those straight punches right down the middle. Like, that's all you need. You know what I'm saying? But Mayra Bueno Silva was doing a pretty good job, you know what I'm saying, of attacking that leg, you know what I'm saying, but that was really all she was doing, you know, in round one. You know, she was attacking the leg, you know, good leg kicks. You know, and then, you know, halfway through the round, Jacqueline Cavalcanti starts to, you know, put them straight shots down the pipe on Mayra Bueno Silva. Straight to the face, man, busting up the nose of Bueno Silva right away, you know, in the first round. You know, and once she started to get comfortable and she started to see that once she attacked that there wasn't much really coming back for Mayra Bueno Silva, Jacqueline Cavalcanti started to sit down on those punches and really started to make those punches count. You know what I'm saying? And so then you go into round two, you know, we had some clinch work going on. Had a little bit of clinch work going on, but before I get into round two, I want to talk about the size difference. Like, Mayra Bueno Silva doesn't look, I don't know, she doesn't look as fit at 135 as she does at 125. You know what I'm saying? She looks slow. She looks lethargic at 135. And I would say that it's like, I would blame it on the weight. Honestly, I really would blame it on the weight. But then look at the Manon Fior fight. It was the same thing from her. You know what I'm saying? So it's like she's doing this at 35 and she's doing it at 25. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, what's really the excuse here for Mayra Bueno Silva? And she just looked lethargic the entire fight, you know. And then, you know, round two, you go into round two, it's more of the same thing. Jacqueline Cavalcanti just starting to pick up the pace. You know what I'm saying? Just picking up the pace, you know, and just steamrolls Mayra Bueno Silva in round two. You know, and Bueno Silva just, you know, she even stopped the leg kicks even stopped in round two. And I'm just like, what is this girl doing? You know, and she's just taking punches and she's landing a few punches. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's landing a few strikes here and, you know what I'm saying? She's landing, but she's not landing anything of any significance. You know, and it wasn't, I think maybe I need to go back and watch the fight. It may have been the last part of round two, but I know in round three, Bueno Silva, now the entire fight, Bueno Silva was playing with a jab. You know what I'm saying? There was a jab that Bueno Silva landed a few good times in this fight on Cavalcanti. You know what I'm saying? But it may have been the last part of round two, but going into round three, Mayra Bueno Silva starts to pick it up a little bit. She starts to pick it up a little bit. She starts to attack. She starts to, when you start to hear her grunting, like she's getting pissed off from getting hit so much, you know, and she's taking a lot of damage, eyes starting to swell up. She's eating some knees in the clinch from Jacqueline Cavalcanti, man, knees to the face from Cavalcanti when Bueno Silva's trying to take her down. There were some blind takedown attempts from Bueno Silva where, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, it just looked like she was desperately shooting because Cavalcanti started to hurt Bueno Silva in those later rounds. There was a couple times where Bueno Silva was just trying to get the fight to the ground because Cavalcanti had landed a good combination on her. Good body kicks, you know what I'm saying, from Cavalcanti. And also another thing that Bueno Silva was doing well was her teep kick to the body. That teep kick to the body from Bueno Silva was money. and she just totally abandoned it. And I'm just like, Bueno Silva, what do we have going on here? Like, what's going on? You know, but it might have been in that third round, man. You know, maybe it was the second round because I kind of remember texting combo. But those few shots that Bueno Silva was landing on Cavalcanti, you started to see some swelling on the face, just a little bit, not a whole lot, but you could see the damage happening from Bueno Silva from just a few shots. Just a few shots from Bueno Silva had some redness and a little bit of puffiness on the. You could tell that Cavalcanti had been hit. You know what I'm saying? You could tell that Cavalcanti had been hit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand why Bueno Silva didn't see that, for one, and then go after it. Go after it. It's not like she couldn't hit Cavalcanti. It's like Cavalcanti was using all this great head movement and all this kind of stuff to get out the way. When Bueno Silva started to swing, she would hit Cavalcanti, and then she would just stop. So I didn't really, and then just start absorbing a whole bunch of punches. I didn't get it. Well, round 3, Bueno Silva tried to turn it up, man, and she started landing some really good shots on Cavalcanti. Bueno Silva, started landing some really good shots on Cavalcanti. And then she just went back to doing the same thing again, man, and it just got worse. Like the face just got worse and worse and worse. I'm just like, man, you know, and Cavalcanti cruises to a 30-27 decision over Mayra Bueno Silva. And Mayra Bueno Silva has nobody to blame but herself. Nobody to blame. I don't know where Bueno Silva goes from here. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cavalcanti just shut her out. Like, Bueno Silva is a mark at this point. I mean, look at what happens when Bueno Silva actually decides that she wants to fight out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, when she was fighting Jillian Robertson, like, Jillian Robertson was shooting for takedowns, putting Bueno Silva in weird positions in that fight. You know what I'm saying? And then she decided to turn it up on Robertson. Be like, no, you know what? Let me get this little girl out of here. You know what I'm saying? Let me get this small little flyweight girl out of here. And that's exactly what she did. Look at what happens when Bueno Silva decides to fight. Like when she fought Holly Holm. You know what I'm saying? Look at what happens when she actually decides to fight. Bueno Silva can be a gnarly ass fighter in there. You know what I'm saying? And she even hurt Jillian Robertson with a couple of punches before she finished Robertson. You know? So, but Bueno Silva chooses not to. Look what happens when she decides not to fight. AKA this fight, the Manon Fior fight, you know what I'm saying, like a couple, the Rocky Pennington fight, and then you think she actually thought she was going to get in there and mix it up with Juliana Pena. Bueno Silva actually thought she could get in there and mix it up with Juliana Pena. Come on now, Bueno Silva. You ain't going to get in there and mix it up with Juliana Pena fighting like that. Giving Juliana Pena all of this space and opportunity to work, and you think you're going to be competitive with Juliana Pena? Come on, and then to the ones who was supporting that shit, like, come on, guys, use some common sense. Bueno Silva has nothing for Juliana Pena. She has nothing for the top 5 in the UFC. You know what I'm saying? That's why she's fighting Jacqueline Cavalcanti right now. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's not a knock on Cavalcanti. It's just merely based on the rankings. Cavalcanti scores that big win, but for Cavalcanti, this was huge. You know, former title contender, you know what I'm saying, fought for the title, you know, been a long staple in the UFC, go in there, beat her up. Why not? Why not? You know, so good win for Jacqueline Cavalcanti. It was a basic fight for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it was a fight where she was able to use all of her tools. You know what I'm saying? She was able to use her tools and her fundamentals, you know what I'm saying, just to go in here and just spar. Basically, she was basically sparring with Mayra Bueno Silva. But man, those right hands from Cavalcanti, Cavalcanti is a big girl who fights big. She uses her long punches. She uses her long kicks. She's got a good right hand, and the combinations from Cavalcanti. I see why Combo Breaker likes her. I see why he likes Cavalcanti. I see it. I can't even knock the man for liking Jacqueline Cavalcanti. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, even though I'm more of a Michelle Montague type of guy, you know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. Looks like we got the makings of a bantamweight triple threat list for me and Combo. We got some new content. It's some new blood at 135 pounds. It's some new blood. These new 135ers ain't coming to play, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you've had different waves of 135ers, and some of them ain't been hitting. Like the Stephanie Edgar wave, that didn't hit good. You know what I'm saying? When Stephanie Edgar and all them other unknown girls was being signed in, it wasn't all, Julia Avila. Like when all of them was coming in, Kadar Hosa, it was like, okay, we got new blood, but man, you know what I'm saying? And then you got Bia Mosquito, Michelle Montague, Melissa Croton, Jacqueline Cavalcanti, Nora Canole. Like, man, y'all better put some respect on these bantamweights names. Shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and but good fight for Cavalcanti, man. Good win for Jacqueline Cavalcanti. I'm not even hating on Jacqueline. You know what I'm saying? So, good win for her. But anyways, guys, y'all let me know what you think about this fight. Who does Cavalcanti fight next? Like a Melissa Croton? A Michelle Montague? Or like a Yana Santos? Or like a Eileen Perez? Y'all let me know what you think. Or like a Macy Chiasson or Irene Aldana. That's a good next fight for Cavalcanti. Irene Aldana. Oh, that'd be a beautiful striking match. But Irene Aldana has the tendency to fall flat too. So who's really out of all those names, who's really gonna give Cavalcanti, you know what I'm saying? Who's really gonna compete with Cavalcanti on the feet like that? Yana Santos is the best option for me right now. You know what I'm saying? Out of the people I named, Yana Santos. So anyways, y'all let me know what you think. This is your boy BJ back from No Filter MMA. Drop those comments in the comment section. Hit that like, hit that dislike, and if you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and your boy is out.